Hey folks, Ron here. Today, it's a little bit of a tricky one. Going to see an open house. Right next to the open house, I think it's literally right next to the open house, is the house on Wonderland Avenue where there's only parking on one side of the street. Look at this. Look at it this way. I don't know if you can see, no parking on this side. So I literally parked about a half mile away because everybody's parking on this particular side. Anyway, when I get there, I'm going to show you the house of what was known as the Wonderland Murder House. So this was a drug den where a group known as the Wonderland Gang lived, including most famous porn star ever, probably, the late John Holmes. Now, John Holmes, and we'll look at the other houses too. Look at the view up the canyon there. It's a little bit. I was just on Mulholland, and it's hazy today, so it's not a great view. But John Holmes, porn star in the late 70s, and by 1980 had gotten into such a cocaine addiction, and he really wasn't able to work. He really couldn't perform in his sex films anymore, and he was sort of known as a degenerate cokehead addict. And wherever he could get the drugs and however he could get them, that's what he was doing. He was going through all his money. So he eventually had come in contact with some of these people who lived at this house, and I'm going to show you. And while he was hanging out with these people, and he really wasn't respected by them. In fact, he was really a kind of a gopher, like an errand boy a lot. They didn't respect his fame or his infamy as Johnny Wad, porn star. But they kept him around, or he was allowed to come around. Now, because he was a famous porn star, he had also come in contact with a guy named Eddie Nash. Now, Eddie Nash was a nightclub owner and major drug dealer here in Los Angeles. He lived not too far away. I'll probably do his house too. Now, what happened, even though John Holmes was acquitted of these crimes, but what happened was, and this is the story, is that the Wonderland Gang was looking for money and drugs, and they decided to rip off Eddie Nash. So John Holmes was chosen to go over to Nash's residence, and Nash had bodyguards and everybody, and leave a door open so the Wonderland Gang could come back later and break into his safe and do all that, which is exactly what they did. They came back, they got Nash at gunpoint and his bodyguard to open the safe. I don't know how much money they ripped him off of drugs, but they did it. And of course they were almost immediately found out, and Eddie Nash ordered reprisals, supposedly. So they then basically ordered John Holmes, to do the same thing he had done before, and to go over and leave the gate open and I'm going to let some people go by me here, and let the Wonderland, and let his guy enter the residence of the Wonderland Gang so they could, presumably, take back the money and drugs and kill whoever was there, which they did. Holmes was spared. Now, he was tried. He was not convicted. We don't know why. Was he in the house with them? Was he, going to go on this reprisal raid? Was he spared because he wasn't there? Okay. Let's hold on a second. Don't know what they're... Okay, I guess I was standing in a parking spot. These are highly coveted here. Anyway, it's known as the Wonderland Murders. It was way back in 1981. It was pretty gruesome. It's pretty brutal. And I don't know how long I'll be able to stand in front, because I have seen one other vlog where a resident came out and was, "Get out of here, get out of here." It is a public street, though. None of these are private streets, like I said in a lot of my vlogs before, guys. There are private streets in LA, but most are not. It's going to be a good workout. Good, I didn't get to do my workout today, so this will be good walking back up this hill. This is also not far from where Joni Mitchell lived, the Our House, the song from Our House, that song where she lived with Graham Nash. and all the other rockers that lived in Laurel Canyon. Not far from any of that, and not far from Mulholland. So you're really close to the border between the west side and Mulholland, which separates the San Fernando Valley and the west side. See these houses, a lot of these houses dug into the hills. Might be doing construction on the house, but we'll see what we can see. I was just up in Beverly Hills, Bel Air, and just about every fifth house or so was under construction, with just the construction crew guys sitting, eating their lunch. It was noon, it was lunchtime. And also the food trucks. And that's about all we were seeing. All right, let's see what we can see. I'm looking at addresses here. So it's the next one. It's next to the construction house. So we're going to go by kind of quietly, folks. But you're going to see in a second the house where the Wonderland murders were. I had been up here years ago, but I saw the no parking, and I didn't realize I could just park, you know, a quarter of a mile away. All right, so here we are. Look, they wiped the addresses off their sidewalk so people won't come by. But it's the white one. I'm going to continue on to this open house. All right, folks. So there it is in the background there. You can see there's a lot of activity going on up here. So that's where John Holmes may or may not have participated in the Wonderland murders. I can see somebody's there. There's a door open. So, anyway. Okay. Let's see, is this our open house or did I pass it? All right, folks, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Kind of, I don't want to stand out right out front because I know it's going to happen. So it was kind of a short tour, but there's the house again up the street. You know the name, it's Ron. I thank all of you who have subscribed. And by the way, if you have not already subscribed, guys, please subscribe. And if you do, hit the little bell icon next to the subscription button. And so you'll be notified as to when I post. Look at this traffic coming down. And also, please give the channel likes. Appreciate that more than anything else, because that drives everything along. So see the house there with all the plants and the wind chime hanging? That's it. And a window open. Somebody's there. Okay, folks. I'll see you at the next location. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.